Hello everybody. Looks like I'm in the wilds of somewhere. I'm actually on the farm. Maui's right here and Sunshine's out grazing. I wanted to bring the beat of the drum to you today, to the resonance of the vibration that can drop you right into your heart center. And I get so overstimulated with the scrolling on Facebook, determining what's AI and what's real, listening to the crazy and the turmoil. I've been following some specific stories that I'm going to be sharing in a different video. And yet there's time for us to ground into the earth, to take a deep breath, to connect to the drum, and drop back into our heart. I know for me, my heart can get guarded as I get overstimulated empathically, sensitive-wise, emotionally, and I can feel it shut down and protect itself. So I like to come out into nature and open it back up, connect to the trees and the ground. And I don't know about you, but wow, the animals have been calling out. The number of people that are being called to connect to the horses, especially. The number of people that are recognizing that their animals are really wanting to say something to them and they're just not picking up on it. The animals are seeing us and where we are, and they're also inviting us to shine our light and to be unique and to believe in ourselves, in whoever we are. And what's really interesting is that people will always say, my dog's looking at me, or my cat's staring at me, and I have no idea what they're saying. And so I invite you to stop trying. I invite you to sit quietly, set a timer for 5 minutes, and just hang out with no expectation. And what I used to do way back in the day, because this has not been an easy journey, is that back in the day, I would actually ask the animals to find a different way to connect, because I knew they were trying to connect and I couldn't receive. And back then it was my own journey of opening my heart and quietening my mind and shifting into a place of central, neutral, grounded, present, which I practice every day. And so I used to say to the animals, I know you're trying to talk to me, please find another way. And then I would just sit and open, no expectation, didn't have any idea what they were going to do. And eventually, after asking several times, something would trickle through. And that's when I knew that if I could remember that feeling, I could use it again and practice. So I wanted to bring a couple of things to you that are going on that I would love you to join. One is a monthly Listening to Animals group. We meet online first Wednesday of every month from 6:30 to 8. And this has been amazing. We've been going since January. It's a brand new guided monthly program where you get to come and practice. And you get to be around other like-minded people. And as the vibration rises in this sacred circle, so the gifts that you already have begin to emerge easier. And then you get to know what it's like. And then you get to feel it and experience it as we bring animals in. Sometimes they're guests of people that are joining the group, and sometimes it's my own animals that I've spent life with. Sometimes it's the unseen world. It just varies every month. There's really no structure to it because you can't have structure. So every month I sit and wait for the guidance before class and receive what it's going to look like. This month I was super excited because Maui chose to guide the group. And Maui doesn't work with other people. And this is how I know that all the animals are now stepping in to show us unity, to show us love from our hearts. And I know it sounds so cliche, but when we walk with love in our hearts, our whole world changes. I have other stories I'm going to share in other videos, but it really is a very special moment. And so in this particular class, Maui wanted to guide people into the feelings they have when you sit with the unknown experience of being in the mystery. And what does that do for you? No judgment, no right or wrong, no good or bad. How does that feel when you sit in the unknown and the mystery? And then he guided a meditation where he would come and help you with that. Do you keep it? Do you release it? Do you work with it? Do you understand it better so that when you have those feelings, now you can work with them and not have them be debilitating? It's amazing what happens when these animals' wisdoms are brought forward to teach us more as the human beings that we are. So channeling, listening to animals every week, once a month on a Wednesday, 6:30 to 8, first Wednesday. We hope you can join, and I'll put a link so you can find out more. The other amazing event that's coming up on July 18th between 11 and 1 is another drum circle with the horses here on the farm in Lebanon, Maine. These have been incredible. We've been running these for a few years now, and the horses show up in different ways depending on the group, the energy, the drumming, whatever it is that's going on in that particular gathering. And it's been fascinating to sit with that. So I wanted to share that with you. I know there's so many of you that love these drum circles, so I wanted to give you the next date, and I'll put that also down as a link. And then I wanted to share a card pull and a poem that came out of our Wednesday online group. The card is from a deck that I was channeled to called Time to Find Your Herd. And the poem is from Sunshine's first poetry book and oracle deck that is kid-friendly, it's all ages, they're profound, profound poems. So I'd like to share that with you. I'm going to stop drumming because I can't do both. And I'm going to show you the card and then read the poem to you. So here's the card. Walk your walk. This is becoming so key for so many people as we get tempted to lessen, get smaller in certain situations, not want to speak up, and there's certainly discernment in there, but walk it, stand there and walk it. This is a picture of Echo and I in Northern California in 2019 up on the hills. But walk your walk, and the message is, do not lessen your gifts, be yourself. So noticing how many times you might go somewhere, and I do it myself, where the energy is different or you don't know the people, and you kind of want to blend in. And I always feel myself lessen. I feel myself getting smaller. I feel myself dropping my energy or shifting my frequency. And then I immediately catch it these days and I go, what are you doing and why? And I revert back to knowing who I am. And I do that by bringing in some very joyful, happy experience or memory that can bring me back into that fullness of who I am. And I've learned how to not get upset and not judge people. And that's really tough sometimes. But when you can sit in a place of being yourself and allowing other people to respond however they want to respond, then you are in harmony, even if you don't agree with each other. And that's the piece that I love. So no judgment, no right or wrong, no good or bad. And all of the groups and the gatherings that I facilitate, it's always a message. Whatever your message or experience is your message, and it doesn't have to fit in or sound like anyone else's. In fact, the more diverse it is, the more you invite other people to be that diverse and enjoying that. So these groups really allow you to feel that out. So I wanted to share the poem with you. So this is from Sunshine's book, When Crooked Teeth Go Straight. And she ended up having me draw every card in this deck. So what I did was I drew a card for every poem in the book. And the one that came up for Wednesday's group is this one, Contentment Made Easy. Contentment Made Easy. So you can see the number there is the page number of the poem in the book, and then sunshine usually will appear somewhere on the card. That was her guidance as I was drawing these. These are very super kid friendly too. That's one of the things I love about them. So Contentment Made Easy. Here we go. Ah, contentment, a concept for so many, yet we miss the point of it being so easy. Contentment is harmony, peace, and tranquility. Contentment can be hardship, battles, and anonymity. Be still in nature and you will discover that contentment is momentary and comes from the mother. We can choose to be in it or wander in and out. It will always be there, of that there's no doubt. Now let's go deeper into the core of our being, where contentment lays waiting. Perhaps it's time to connect to its feeling. Life and love, challenges and fears can create a resistance and produce many tears. Tap into your core and see where it resides. Breathe deep into your heart and allow for the rise of unconditional love in all that you seek, from a place of contentment that can show its peak. Your acts of kindness and how you may speak to those that you know and those whom you meet can create a shift for them to explore, a new moment in time where contentment will show. So today is a day that begins anew as we walk together and create a view of life in harmony and one filled with love. Blessings to contentment and all it will give, from a place in your heart to the life that you live. Sending you so much love. Thank you for listening, and I hope you can join us either online, in person, or both, and we will see you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.